Diamond dance on my teeth, 100 bands on my jeans. Got some niggas that's gone, pray my niggas get free.
Man, what's good, Kite community? What's good, Kite members? You already know what it is. Young A-Class here with another episode of Kites. And we on episode 16. And in this episode, we're going to be getting into trial. And how it feel to go to trial and what it do to you mentally and like the toll it take. Hopefully if anybody been through this or is going to go through this, man, I hope you got a paid lawyer. Hope you can afford it. They got some good PDs though, but it's the luck of the draw, man. It's the luck of the draw when it comes to PDs. And one thing I tell you I learned that came from court was it really don't matter. It really don't matter if you're guilty or innocent. Like that justice and the blind eye and the sword and the little statue, Lady Justice. It matter who your lawyer is, like mouthpiece wise. It don't matter the evidence they got against you, the witnesses they got against you. Like if you don't got no good lawyer, if you don't got no like that lawyer, they could barbecue in there. I know some dudes that got barbecued. It was no evidence, no witness. Discovery package was this thin. Sidebar, discovery packages when the state, the prosecutor, state's attorney, whomever, give over the evidence they have against you, and they give you a chance to go through the evidence and you get to see, you know what I'm saying, what you're fighting in court. Mine was like this. Mine was thick. I seen somebody discovery packet, 3 pieces of paper. They had a PD. PD wasn't, you hear me? They went in that courtroom and got barbecued. They got put on a stew. My Baltimore dudes stay on the stew. Nah, shout out to Scrap. Shout out to Rico. I'm just talking about shit. Yeah. But, yeah, nah, on a serious note, though, going to trial vicious, man. Going to trial vicious. So let's get into it. So, first day, you go down there. They, whatever. It's your lawyer might have emotion, might try to suppress some evidence or get something throughout or whatever the case may be. And so you might have a little brief hearing, but the first of the process, and mind you, I went to trial like 04. Yeah, I went to trial 04. This is over 20 years ago, so I'm going to try to give you everything like off my head without looking nothing up or going through nothing. So what I remember at 15, 16 years old, the first was jury selection. So you're trying to pick people that's going to find you not guilty. That's the whole catch. But like you got some, you could strike. Strike meaning like if the state got something they could strike. So if it's some people we like, but the state don't like it, they could use some of these strikes. If it's some people they like that we don't like, we could strike them. So when the jurors come up, like, the people come in for jury duty, they come up, we ask them questions. Have anybody in your family ever been arrested? Have anybody ever been victim of crimes and different things? Just to find out, are you a police officer? What you do for work? What do you believe in? Do you believe in the system? Like, there's a lot of questions that get asked. Because we trying to find somebody who going to look at me as a kid and not believe I did anything the state's saying. Or we trying to strike a chord with them, or, you know what I'm saying? It's a game plan. And that jury selection is long, man. I think that was like 3 days. It might last. My trial was long. My trial was longer than the people whose trial I seen, because my case was high profile. So we get through jury selection. I remember it was a few people that was saying like they seen my case on the news. So we or the state would ask, can you like not use that and weigh the evidence only and things of that nature. So we didn't really want people that actually like was probably watching the news, because you don't know how they thinking. And because what the news was saying and what actually happened in my trial was two different things. What's in the newspaper and what was going on in my trial is two different things. The news was spinning stories just to throw me under the rug and make me look like the worst possible person they could look. And the only upsetting thing about it is because you're supposed to pick a jury of your peers. I'm 15. I don't even think 15-year-olds are allowed to be jurors. Like, honestly, I don't believe so. So that was something we was talking about. Like, can we get a juror of our peers given my age? And then we was trying to get the case in another jurisdiction also because of the high publicity, the high profile. So, and also, at this time, during jury selection, I get to put on, so this like everybody that know me know I don't wear suits. Like, I'm not a suit and tie guy. I'm not into suits. There's nothing about suits that appease me or impress me. It's just not my thing. And it actually came from the trial process that threw me off from suits, for real. But, yeah, so my lawyer got me suits. My lawyer actually the one that got me suits. I had a different suit every day. I don't know where he got these suits from. I don't know. They fitted me perfect though. They fitted me. They fitted me perfect. Let me know, grammar police, let me know how you say it, fitted. But I'm getting sidetracked, my bad. So coming there, I get to put a suit on, so it feel good because I ain't wearing that orange. And as a juvenile, you wear orange with the blue stripes, like a baseball jersey or something. So I'm gonna let you know now, the air conditioner in the trial, perfect. It's like heaven. It's like, it felt good up there. It felt good. Like, I don't know if that was also feeling freedom because I'm not in the prison no more too. And this is what I would say. Anybody that ever went to trial, the water that they got up there in the little thing that you get to pull out and pull in that's the best tasting water I've ever tasted. Like, trial water is so good. So good. Shout out to Breezy. Nah, trial water, like, it's the perfect temperature, the perfect ice cube size, like, I was crushing the trial water. So I'm really not, I'm still a kid, I'm young, I'm really not taking this as serious because there's nothing going on right now. And I wouldn't sound confused, I'm just like looking at my lawyer do his thing for real. So, you know what I'm saying, you could fast forward a couple days after we picked the juror. So basically we picking people that's about to judge my life. We picking people that gonna say guilty or not guilty and basically be responsible for if I go to prison or not. You know what I'm saying? The judge is there to, like, you know what I'm saying, keep the show going and make sure with the lawyer doing and what the prosecutor doing is illegal, is legal, or check them if it's illegal. Make sure the jury understand the evidence, and just like a ringleader for real. The judge don't really come into play heavily until sentencing, if you make it that far, if you get found guilty. So boom, let's get, I had an issue first day of trial when the actual trial started after we picked the jury. Big issue. I'm coming to the courtroom. I'm coming to court, they come get you early in the morning, shackle you up. You get on the bus, take the bus from the jail to the courthouse. I'm telling the people I got trial. They said, yeah, you got trial. So I'm like, my suit supposed to be down here. Suit wasn't there. He's saying on the paper, it don't say nothing about a suit. I'm like, bruh, I gotta put my suit on because I'm going to trial. He telling me, like, it ain't on this paper, you ain't put nothing on. And like, you keep talking about it, then we're going to have another issue. I was like, bro, I don't give up. I'm in here fighting for my life. You think I'm worried about an issue with you? I'm in this courtroom fighting for, I was facing life. Like my paper, my charging paper, like the first initial charging paper said murder, first degree, penalty, death. Like so my mindset was different. Like I'm like, bro, you talking about, so they still take me all the way to the courthouse in my oranges. Then I get took upstairs in my oranges. So I'm in the handcuffs, and it's like a back door, then a double door, then like a hallway with like the judge chambers at and everything, and then you come to the side of the courtroom. When I was in judge chambers, about to come in the courtroom, the judge seen me through the door and was like, hold up, what's going on? So she get down, Judge Krauser. She get down, walk back there like, why he's not dressed? So you know me, I jumped straight out there. I been telling him I got trial, I'm supposed to give a suit. He telling me I'm gonna have another issue if I keep talking. And she like, what? I'm like, yeah, man, I've been telling her. So they like, oh no, on the paper. She like, I don't care what this paper say. You go get your vehicle and you gonna take Mr. McClain to go get his trial suit. I was like, dang, she late though, Slim. So, you know, I'm laughing, I'm a kid, so I'm laughing. And I keep reenacting her to hell. He steaming. Top of that head, chicken nugget head. Top of his head steaming. You could cook a hot pocket on that junk, you hear me? So yeah, so his head steaming. They take me back. So what I learned was the jury never supposed to see you in oranges. Because if they see you in oranges, it could mess up like they thoughts on if you guilty or innocent. Because they see you as a prisoner. They see you as an inmate. So they supposed to always see you in whatever you in for trial. Man, as soon as the opening arguments, prosecutor dogging me in that joint. He bringing up old stuff. He's showing pictures. See, this is why I stopped really messing with the suits, because I'm in there in a suit looking sharp. He's showing pictures of me from like, I don't know if y'all know about Black Planet. Before Facebook, before Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, all we had was Black Planet. And you had the dudes that used to code, and they could put music on your page, and your pictures everywhere be floating. And yeah, my Black Planet was it was like Elmo the Don 13th, something like that. Black Planet was used to put all the go-go pictures up there. Black Planet was like that. And you had the AOL chat rooms and all that. So they, the police, when they raided my house, they like took a bunch of stuff. So they was showing these old pictures of me. Well, they weren't that old, but they was showing pictures of how I normally dress. And he was like, yeah, this is McClain, how he normally dress. And it was like, okay, so, this suit, it just did something to me. Honestly, it did something. I ain't like how that played out for real. So he just, also they read my raps in there. Prosecutor was reading my raps. And he was basically trying to say those was my personal thoughts. So my lawyer had to actually, like, get my music and show that it was music. And this 04. We talking this 04. So, like, I've been telling dudes, like, they been doing that when it came to the raps. Like, they been doing that. So as the trial going on, I don't know if y'all seen the previous Kites. If you didn't, you should go back. Because I had a trial before this trial that ended in a mistrial. So with my second trial, they threw a new charge. They indicted me for a new charge. My lawyer was fighting heavy for this not to come on there. But the judge consolidated it and they gave me a new charge. And it was only one person arrested for that charge. It was like super new. His name was like Michael Rory. I remember using this case to help out my case when I went up the road. But yeah, so my lawyer was like, hey, whenever the prosecutor up there talking, don't say nothing to me. Just like shake your head, disagree, and act like you writing something down. So I was like, what you want me to write? He was like, you could be writing anything. He's like, oh, you can write a rap if you want, but just make it seem like you're engaged and make it seem like you're writing stuff down. Try not to get like too emotional. Try not to get angry and things like that. And I'm glad he told me that, because it was a time where the prosecutor asked me to walk up and walk towards the jury box. And he was trying to get me to show distance, how far me and the person was standing. And he pushed me because, mind you, like my whole incident was really over like a bump and like, you know what I'm saying? So he pushed me. And the way he did it, I like, but I looked at my lawyer and I remember what he said. He was like, don't get angry. So I was like, oh, Slim playing with me, John Maloney. Slim playing with me, Glenn Ivey. These prosecutors playing with me in here. They trying to get me to, you know what I'm saying? So then you got dudes getting on the stand. You got all the witnesses getting on the stand. Some people up there lying like I don't know what. Some people up there telling what they know. Some people up there lying, trying to help me. Like it was some females up there trying, you know what I'm saying, help me out. They was lying about certain things. It was dudes testifying, lying. Like it was like a circus, bro. Like I really was sitting in that courtroom like they don't care what really happened. It's just about them trying to prove a charge to get me guilty, or my lawyer trying to disprove what they're proving so I could become innocent, not guilty. And it was like, it was mentally, it was draining, bro. It was draining because like I used to sit there sometimes, look behind me, my family there, you know, Slim family on the other side. So it's like when I look on this side, it's like smiles and I love you, and blowing kisses. I look on that side, it's like death. Like they looking like everybody mugging me. And you had one dude that's testified on me whom the incident actually happened because of. And he admitted to some stuff on the stand. And it's because he chose to tell. It's like everybody forgave him. So I was like, dang, you got to admit to something on the stand, an actual crime, but because you chose to tell, everybody forgive you, and you never will go to jail. So I'm like, how is justice real? The fact that we ain't saying this person changed his life. We just saying he told on that charge. So he could go home and be doing the same thing he been doing. So that's when I was like, yeah, this justice ain't real. It can't be. Like, it can't be. And, it was a lot of stuff going on in there that I didn't fully understand. And my lawyer was trying to explain it to me best as possible. Antonio Jones, that was my lawyer, he liked that. He just recently beat a charge for one of my men. Like, that's my dog, we still in touch. But, yeah, I was just, you know what I'm saying, watching people get up on that stand, bruh. And it took me back to some things like my mother used to say, like, you don't got no friends. You don't got no friends. And I'm watching dudes I felt was my friend, like, point me out, like, literally point at me and say I did this or say I did that. I remember the prosecutor asked one of them, like, are you scared of him? I'm like, no, I ain't scared of him. And I was like, man, it took everything in me to maintain my composure. And I jump up sometimes, and I jump up and say something. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it took a lot in me. But it was draining, man. It was draining. It was draining, man. Your life is literally in people's hands. And you got your lawyer fighting for you, prosecutor fighting against you to try to convince these 12 people in the box how to do the verdict. And, yeah, I used to get back late because every day it'd end late. I used to get back late, man. I used to get back late as I don't know what. And dudes, like, this how I knew that, like, even though up on the juvie tip was crazy, it was wild, like, dudes ain't had no heart, they ain't care about nothing. But this how I knew, like, we all was still human. Because when I got back to the unit, bruh, dudes that had, like, little meals cooked up or might have saved something from the trays. Everybody know I like the cookies. They say the cookies like, Elmo, bruh, how you feeling, man? I got my peoples to call your girl, or I got my peoples to call your mother to check on them, because I know by the time you get back, rep was going to be over. Keep your head up, bruh. The energy, I felt the energy, it was so somber. It was so, it was low energy, but it was like love. Even dudes I ain't rock with, like, every day looking at me on the news, going to trial, fighting for my life. It was just me and another person up there with murders. And dudes was on the tip really, like, showing me love, like, supporting me. Like, you gonna beat it, you gonna beat it. My man BG, like, you gonna beat it like Rocky. And that's when I knew, like, we human, man. Like, dudes got hearts, dudes, like, real life, you know what I'm saying, care about situations and care about people. Because I used to walk on that unit drained, like, literally hearing this prosecutor run my name through the mud, saying I'm this person, that person, saying I'm capable of this, reading my rap, saying it's my personal thoughts, like I just want to run around and offend people. Like, I'm a kid, bro. My mother back there, and I'm like, damn, Slim. I'm like, damn, man. And you can't do nothing about it. Like, you just gotta sit there. You gotta sit there by all these people talking about you and decide whether or not we're gonna give you 1,000,000 years or we're gonna let you go home. So one day I came back on the unit. I was just like, I was stressed, bruh. I was stressed, and this dude was up there. He was a cool little dude. I did rock with him, but he was blowing me because he kept saying, like, what he would be doing and how he would be doing it, as far as in my situation. And I was like, bruh, I think he was locked up for like a stolen car or something like that. He was locked up for something stupid. Like, he knew he was going home. Everybody knew he was going home. But he just kept saying, yeah, and this and that. And one day he said something that just turned me. And I jumped up and I grabbed him by his throat. So everybody like, chill. Because, you know what I'm saying, they don't want the CO to see it. They don't want me going lock up. Man, and dude was shocked when I grabbed him. He like, because he just talking. But I don't think he realized, like, I'm drained, bruh. I'm drained. I'm in there fighting for my life, and you in here talking about what you'll be doing in my situation. So he was in a cell with one of my men. So I went over to the cell. I was like, Mobley, whatever his name was. I was like, man, my bad, I ain't mean that, you know what I'm saying? He's like, it's all right, bro. But he was talking to me so far away, I was trying to get onto the slap. And I was like, yeah, man, my bad, man. And I reached my hand and then dap him up. And when he came to, I yanked him, and I was about to rip his arm. Man, I was about to rip his arm off. I yanked him, then I grabbed his arm, and I got closer to him and put my hand in the slot, and I grabbed his face, and I was like, bruh, don't you ever talk, like, keep my name out your mouth, keep my trial. I better not hear you talking about nothing. I better not hear you talking about nothing. I was like, man, I'm about to strip this nigga. I'm about to strip this nigga and send this nigga out here naked. So niggas, everybody laughing, they dying laughing. I'm just squeezing. I'm like, and my bunk boy like, bro, chill. I'm like, man, take everything off. So he like, bro, I ain't mean nothing like that. And I'm like, man, run to the ping pong table. And he ran out there naked. And the CO like, whatever his name, what is your dog? What is your dog? She called the code. They came up there. I forgot what happened, but I was zapped out, bro. I was gone, bro. I just wanted to humiliate him. I wanted him to be humiliated. I wanted him to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was talking about that. Like, everybody was talking about that. And, but I do remember I told him, like, I was like, you owe me your cookie for the rest of your stay. The rest of the time you up here, cookies and cakes is mine. You better not eat it. You better not touch it. You better not breathe on it. If it gets stuck to the top of another tray, you still better not touch it. Like, I was blown, man. I was blown. And, you know what I'm saying? So, long story short, not to wrap you up too tough about the trial, I just really wanted y'all to know, like, you know what I'm saying, how I was feeling, what I was going through mentally, for real. They came back with the verdict, man. And there was a partial verdict. A partial verdict mean they couldn't get a verdict on everything. No, my bad. That was the first trial. First trial was a partial verdict, and I didn't take it. That's how I ended in the mistrial. This trial, they came back with the verdict. And like first degree murder and all that. Like, I beat a bunch of the charges, and they only found me guilty on the new charge that they gave me. The new charge, second degree felony murder. And you know, my lawyer hooting and hollering, because he like, if it's a felony murder, it will be first degree, because the felony upholds the murder. It's just, you know what I'm saying, that's just a different situation. So they finds me guilty, bruh. They finds me guilty, and I was happy I beat first degree, for one. I was happy, and this how I beat first degree. Shout out to my dog. Shout out to my co-defendant, my man Rail. Rest in peace, Rail. Y'all might see me posting a lot on the gram. DJ Rail. That's like my family, bro. That's like my family, bro. And Rail took the robbery charge. He copped out to the robbery charge, and Rail ain't do nothing. He just did that so it separated our trials, and it took the pressure off of me having robbery and murder. Because if I got found guilty for robbery at a murder trial, you automatically, you know what I'm saying, that's first degree felony murder. That's life, no parole. And he took that, bro. He took that. He copped out. And I even told him, like, don't take that. He was like, you would have done it for me. And through this process, we ended up finding out that our fathers, our family, we ain't even know that while we was ripping and running the streets together. We ain't even know, because he from Eastgate. Eastgate shut down now, but he from Eastgate. And, you know, I'm from Northeast. And we met in Suitland. And it's like, we didn't even know our families was tied in the way that they was. Like, we found out that in prison. But yeah, he took that charge, bro. You know, a lot of people not doing that. They was snitching. So somebody took a charge, man. And so I got found guilty, bro. And it was crazy, man. It was crazy. But I was numb. I didn't even react to it. Like, I think I was so drained from the trial and I'm learning laws that's going on. You know, I'm worried about my mother too, how she feeling back there. Like, how my people, like, it was a lot of people in the courtroom for me. And I come back to the unit. I'm thinking in my head how I'm going to break it to the unit, how I'm going to tell the unit. And I'm forgetting, it's all on the news, so they already know. So when I woke up on the unit, bruh, everybody was standing out there waiting for me. Even the CO, bruh, the CO was there. And another CO, Jay, that's his name, Jay. I forgot about Jay, man. He from New York. Jay used to be faking too, but Jay was cool. And they came, they hugged me, man. Like, dudes hugged me. Like, dudes was like, "You gonna be alright, bruh. You gonna be alright. You a real one." You're gonna be alright, bro. Go the road, keep your head low. You're gonna be alright. And I was just like, dang, like dude, it was a, like, if it was a movie scene, bruh, I can't even imagine the music that they'll play when I'm returning back to the unit after getting found guilty for murder. Like, even right now, I could feel it. Like, I don't know if y'all could, like, see my face. Like, I could feel the emotions that I felt then. Like, because I can't show no weakness. I can't show no weakness. I can't let them break me. Like, I grew up listening to Tupac. Like, I'm not letting these people break me. And plus, like, you know what I'm saying, I built a reputation here, a name. Like, I was like, we gotta just keep going. Like, and mind you, I didn't know nothing about appeals. Nobody on the juvenile tier knew about appeals. Nobody. We was juveniles. So I thought it was like, you know what I'm saying, I thought it was over. I thought life was about to be, you know what I'm saying. I don't know how much time I'm gonna get yet, because I still gotta wait for sentencing. And yeah, so then the director of the juvie unit come to me like, hey, we sat down and talked, and he brought two of the COs over there. He was like, man, E, man, I don't know what to say, man. He was like, the person I know right here, that ain't the person I be hearing them talk about. I wish it could have been different. Man, I wish you wouldn't have never even came here. But he was like, with you being found guilty, you are an adult now. So I can't have you on the juvie unit no more. So I was like, dang. I ain't even think of that. So it's like, now we talking about going to the adult block. But he said this, he said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prolong the paperwork, because you still got sentencing. I'm gonna prolong the paperwork, let you stay here as long as I can. But if they say something, I just wanted to have this conversation with you so you can know that this has to happen. So I was like, I appreciate that. I can't do nothing but respect that, bruh. And he was like, you want to call your mother? He took me in the office so I could call straight through on a straight line. Side note, we used to break in Neverson office and use that phone. Hey, look, we used to use that phone because you could call anybody. It ain't no collect call. Some people, parents had, blocks on the phone, whatever. But yeah, I called my mother, you know what I'm saying? She's like, I'm gonna be up there tomorrow, don't worry about it. One thing I can say about my mother, she never broke down in front of me, never. Like, she never broke down in front of me. She always kept, because she knew if she broke down, that would have broke down me. Like, I love my mother to death, man. My mother, you know what I'm saying, we had our, you know what I'm saying, ways, but I love my mother to death. Ain't that right, baby? I love my mother to death. Never broke down in front of me, was with me the whole ride. And it was different on the unit. There wasn't no more fights while I was up there. Wasn't no more fights. It wasn't no arguments. It's like every time we came out, we all sat down and powwow, bro. We started talking, we started building, and dudes was trying to predict what the future would be like. You know what I'm saying? Then they were wondering like what's going to happen at their trials, and what did I learn from the trial? So I'm telling them everything. I'm giving them all the game that I could give them and letting them know how to conduct. Because some people up there got PDs. So I'm letting them know how to conduct themselves in the courtroom, what to do. Everything that my lawyer told me, I'm telling them. So I'm giving them some game that they PD not going to give them. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I'm going to let this one ride off. This episode 16 of Kites trial. And I'm gonna come back at y'all and let y'all give y'all the sentencing and so forth and so on. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I really, really do, bruh. I ain't gonna lie, it don't be easy doing this. Like a lot of times it might seem funny because some of the stories funny, but it's like ripping a Band-Aid off something that's healing for real. Because mentally I'm still, you know what I'm saying? I'm still at a certain place like that, like, I guess they, you know what I'm saying, they call it trauma. But I do this in effects to hoping it just, you know what I'm saying, it could stop a younger in his tracks or even sharpen the youngin' up, even if it's too late and he got to go in there, he could know what to do, what not to do, how to maneuver, so he could get a glimpse, so his family could know, because it might be a person's family member watching. And there was a young guy in my comments was like, dang, won't you teach me how to be a man, and won't you teach me this? And I was like, I gotta give you my story before I could teach you anything. I gotta give you the depths of my story so you can understand everything I went through, so you could feel it, so you could know that, like, bruh, it's not a game, bruh. It's not a game. It's not a game, bruh. It's not no joke. Like, every decision that you face with, you gotta think about going home. You know what I'm saying? He was saying somebody at his job was faking. Man, yeah, you get caught in the moments, might, you know what I'm saying, smack. But it's like, you gotta think about going home, bro. And it's the people that think about going home that always make it to further, because they not gonna get caught up. But yeah, man, you know what it is. Young E-Class, Kites, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Make sure y'all comment and make sure y'all share. And please hit that like button, man. I appreciate y'all.